I got this Guardian article sent to me this morning. It's titled, As Wall Street Pulls Away from DEI, that's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Initiatives, Goldman Sachs backs Black women. Our commitment is strong. I love to hear it. Y'all need this article. At a time when conservative legal activists are targeting diversity measures in corporate America, Goldman Sachs has announced it is expanding a component of one of its philanthropic equity programs, the 1 Million Black Women Initiative, a program the company started in 2021, aims to dedicate $10 billion in investment and $100 million in philanthropic spending to address racial and gender inequality over the course of 10 years. The firm said it has spent over $2.3 billion in investment capital and another $33 million towards philanthropic since the initiative launched. And this fall, Goldman is doubling the number of entrepreneurs it is accepting into its Black in Business no-cost education program, which is open to early-stage business owners with no employees who have been running their business for at least a year. The program has 750 participants across 5 cohorts over the last 2 years. The expansion comes as Wall Street has been publicly distancing itself from diversity initiatives as the conservative legal movement targets diversity, equity, and inclusion, known as DEI. Last year, the American Alliance for Equal Rights, run by conservative legal strategist Edward Blum, who is behind the push to get the Supreme Court to overturn affirmative action, filed a lawsuit against Fearless Fund, a small venture capital firm that primarily funded companies run by women of color for discrimination. Earlier this month, Trump appointed judges on a Georgia-based federal appeals court ruled that a Fearless Fund diversity grant program for Black women business owners is discriminatory. Lawyers for the fund say they are exploring options to fight the ruling. Asehai Pompey, Goldman Sachs global head of corporate engagement and the president of Goldman Sachs Foundation, said the company is aware of what's out there, and we are focused on achieving the objectives of our program. Of course, we do that in operation and in compliance with laws, but our commitment to 1 million Black women is strong. When 1 million Black women launched, the COVID-19 pandemic and the after effects of Black Lives Matter protests were sweeping the country. But Pompey said the company zeroed in on investment data that showed the economic case for investing in Black women. Reducing the earnings gap for Black women has the potential to create 1.2 to 1.7 million jobs in the U.S. and increase annual U.S. GDP by $300 billion to $400 billion, Pompey said. It says, when Black women rise, America rises because she's creating jobs, she's increasing revenue, she's making her community better. I'd love to read that. Investment and philanthropic capital is what is needed in order to address the systemic issues that we know are out there. Black in Business will take an additional 300 entrepreneurs for the 10-week certification program, which will run later this year, bringing the total number of participants to 600 people. More than 600 participants have graduated from the program over the last 2 years. Our data was showing that Black women are starting businesses faster than any other demographic in the United States. After 3 years in operation, 97% of those businesses failed. The company flies participants to Goldman Sachs headquarters at the beginning and end of the program, where they can network with other participants and Goldman Sachs leaders. Though entrepreneurs in the Black in Business program do not receive financial investment from Goldman Sachs, the company connects participants to a network of investors who are more willing to invest in smaller, early-stage companies. Goldman Sachs said that 61% of participants reported an increase in revenue 6 months after finishing the program. Typically, only 33% of firms with no employees see revenue increases. That's pretty dramatic right there. Along with expanding the Black in Business program, Goldman Sachs also launched a public policy arm of the initiative aimed at sharing data about the barriers to economic mobility Black women face. In February, the company released survey data that show Black women are more likely to have a part-time job in addition to working a full-time job, have student debt, and use their income to help extended family. This is important to know and understand because Black women working is so important to their families and the community. And obviously, the fact that we are going to school, we are working as hard as we can to pull ourselves up. But as we pull ourselves up, we're pulling family up as well, usually. Even amid political and legal backlash on diversity programs that years ago companies were eager to promote, Pompey said the company is proud of its investment in Black women so far. We are creating a powerful community of individuals who are job creators, revenue generators, who are now more connected with each other. They come from 40 states, they're across sectors, so I'm proud of that community that we're building as well. And I am very happy that they have a Black woman that is in charge of this initiative because she would intimately know the obstacles that other Black women face as we navigate personal and professional achievements. So that was the end of. So this was part of the survey that was linked in the Guardian post. It says debt, housing costs, and limited career advancement opportunities were among the most cited challenges for Black women in the second 1 million Black women survey. Financial Futures 1 million Black women generational wealth national survey. The national survey from 1,200 respondents across the country sought to shine a light on Black women's progress, their dreams, and the barriers to making those dreams a reality. Highlights include Black women are pursuing widespread methods to achieve wealth, such as higher education, part time jobs, or homeownership, but even these decisions may come at a significant cost. 28% of Black women have over $50,000 in student loans compared to 11% of US adults. Please know and understand because this is one of the reasons is we don't have the family financial support that other people might have, but we're still attempting to do it on our own. Despite 84% of Black women completing at least some college education versus 86% national average, 50% report yearly household incomes of less than $75,000 versus 35% of US adults. Only 49% of Black women own homes compared to 65% of US adults. Black women provide critical support to their families, with 58% spending a portion of their personal income to support their extended family. Nearly 1 out of every 3 Black women have a part time job or side hustles in addition to their full time employment. And a lot of the times, their hustles or their part time jobs are a gateway to their entrepreneurial jumping in or whatever endeavors. That's what I meant to say. Their entrepreneurial endeavors. That's sometimes what those hustles lead to. Only 49% of Black women currently have retirement savings compared to 61% of US adults. And just 17% of Black women feel their interests are being well represented by by Washington policymakers, despite the majority believing that federal policies should advance economic mobility for all Americans. So the thing is, Black women are using their income to help other people in their household, and they don't nearly have enough money to fund their retirement. So if Black women were pouring back into our retirements and savings first before helping other people, then we could do better collectively, for our individual endeavors. But we pull people up. And that's one of the reasons that Goldman Sachs is pouring into Black women, because they know that Black women pour back into the community when we should literally be focusing on our retirements as well. We really should. So just take this information and do with it what you will, Black women, and know and understand that your money is valuable, but also just keep in mind that you should be focusing on your retirement as well. Let me know what you think about this one. Jump in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe if you have gotten this far and you're not yet a follower.